What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. Sorry for my tardiness, but we in the building today. What's happening? Let me know if everything sounds good. Let me know. How y'all doing? We in the building. Let's go. I hope everybody having a good Wednesday. You know, we just trapping on a Wednesday. That's all. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody rocking. What's going on? Yes, sir. Make sure everything sounds good. Let me see. Yes, go. Shout out to everybody rocking though, man. Let's get it. We in the building with it. Let's go. I hope everybody's feeling good today. You know, let's hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go. Yes, sir. We in the building with it. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We got a real coach in the building now, y'all. Yes, sir. Big Mike, not the little one. You understand? Let's go. We in the building with it, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share. We trying to get this trap round the corner. Swing this dough for your boy on the low now. Swing this dough. Let's swing this dough for the trap. Let's get it. Make sure you hit that like and share. We finna get this block round the corner and make these haters hate. Let's get it. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. Yeah.
I can't see a thing. All this money in my face.
Let's go.
Just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Hey.
Ain't no looking back. Came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but
just let them hate. Hey.
That what make them hate. That what make them hate.
Let's get it.
And we just getting K and they just in the way.
Shout out to everybody rocking, man.
That what make them hate. Hey. Cause we just getting K and they just in the way.
Hey.
Landlord is showing how to ball, boy. You ain't even on the team, you just a ball, boy. Real high. Used to rock knockouts, but it's real now.
Yeah.
I probably average your career.
Let's go.
One day hating on it, probably wanna kill.
We already know that. You know what they hating on, man. Let's get it.
Long little CEO, CIP the dollar.
Yeah.
Took my brother.
Shout out to Double R in the building. Shout out to Two Broke to pay attention. Shout out to Swain, the fish buzzer beater. You know what I'm saying? Miss Regina Green with the green. Swain and bad influence. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to You Got It, the poet. She said she trapping in from the office today. Let's get it. Hey. Shout out to everybody rocking with your boy, man. Let's swing this dope. Shout out to Splendor Poppy Burner account, aka Jerry Velma. You understand? Let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking with the boy. I appreciate all the love and support. You know, you might think you at home. You might think you watching me from a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir. I promise. Make no mistake about it. Man, hey, nah, we been begging and pleading for us to have a real coach in this organization, in this world, and I feel like we got one now, man. Shout out to Mr. Mike McCarthy. If you heard him, he's sending some shells, he's sending some slugs at these haters, man. Mike telling it how it is, y'all. Mike telling it how it is, and I love every bit of it, man. And he said some good nuggets yesterday, man, and I got some stuff I'm gonna put together for y'all, man. My computer been acting wonky, so I'm waiting on it to load up. But how y'all feeling today in the trap? How y'all feeling? Let's see what y'all talking about, man. Let's see. Yes, sir. Big Mike, not the little one, man. I'm telling you, cause look, he talking and telling it how it is, Tavis. He really telling it how it is right now. He said a lot about Kellen Moore. He said he didn't say his name in particular. You know, you got to play the politics. He didn't say his name in particular, but he said a lot, and I love every bit of it because you got to think. He was in a compromising situation, man. It's only so much he can do and say when the OC got the blessings of the owner. You know what I'm saying? Trap. And I trust him, man. I feel like he know exactly what he need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Swain said, I feel like if I look down, I might see the earth. What is you talking about? Good grief. You high this early in the morning? Sorry, you real nefarious today. Good grief. Shout out to Jameson Taylor. Shout out to, what's his name? Danny Savage in the building. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Let's see. Now we got our stuff together now. So now, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Y'all bear with me for a second. Let's see. Bam. Hold up. Bam.
To play. But Gilmore's all.
Hold up. Here we go. One. Bam. Nope. This is what we supposed to been doing. Okay. Here we go. Y'all give me 1 second. This is what Mike McCarthy said about that secret sauce.
Or is that even possible the way the game's played?
I mean, football's it's an easy game. If you want your guys to play faster, give them less responsibility. So, and that's where the secret sauce is in putting together a good offensive system is the ability to be multiple, to have the variations to protect your core concepts, make sure the balls get distributed to your perimeter players, making sure you're giving guys the opportunities that fit their skill set, and with that, it makes it easier and cleaner for the quarterback. So, when you get into the game and you have a receiver that makes $100 million and you have to get them 20 targets or 15 targets, I mean that's difficult. I went through it with Aaron in Green Bay. I mean, just he throws it to the open receiver, and our perimeter players will understand that we'll create the opportunities, but everybody's got to do their job, and he can't be in a game worried about trying to get a guy the ball. That's my job.
I thought that was very important what he said. He said that's his job. Some Kellen Moore ain't know nothing about. Trap. Did y'all hear what he said what the secret sauce was? Mike McCarthy said the secret sauce, if you want your players to play fast, give them less responsibility, man. That's something that Kellen Moore failed to do. He failed to realize that. That's why you didn't see certain players on the field, man. So I got a whole lot, man, to talk about with Mr. Kellen Moore. I want y'all to see this because now you got somebody from a new player on your team talking about what he's seen playing as the ops against us. So y'all pay attention. You know exactly what we was doing, man. This is Stephon being an op, telling the truth about Mr. Kellen Moore, man. This is sad.
I knew it was coming.
He knew it was coming? I don't think y'all hear me. This is Gilly telling us how it is from being an op. This man knew it was coming. You doing the same repetitive stuff over and over. That's sad, man. That's sad. And this is what our offense supposed to be competing against. When these people look at film, they see this. If I can see this, if some of these other content creators can see this, don't you think these people getting paid millions of dollars to do it? Don't you think they can see it? Don't you think they can see it? Listen to what this man said, man. Routes for us. Trap. Y'all remember when we were just looking at that on the San Francisco game, when you seen people look like they breaking on the ball better than the receivers did? But y'all don't want to talk about that. Everybody talking about that, y'all. But bam. Now, this is what y'all see when y'all look at Mike McCarthy. This is what I see, man. Y'all better put some respect on Mike McCarthy, man. I see a whole nother dude. If you ain't familiar with who that is, that's Mr. Tony Soprano. You understand? That's the Don. Tell me Mike McCarthy ain't look like the Soprano Don on that interview he just did. But moving along.
This isn't great.
These aren't
great concepts. That's the other thing. Remember I told you all the vertical stems?
Shout out to Choctaw Montana on his IG. On his Twitter. He shared this right here.
He never even runs a route here, right? And then Zeke is the only guy who can actually get the ball on this last ditch effort to get some yards on third down. This is 3rd and 5, and the problem I have with the Cowboys a lot of times is all these guys are at the sticks. How easy is that to cover? You already saw Fred Warner get a pick off of one. You're going to see something later where these guys are just sitting there. I mean, this is on the Cowboys coaching staff. This isn't necessarily on Dak.
What did he say? He said, this is David Carr talking about Kellen Moore. Now, did you hear what he just said? He just said that this is not on the players. This is on the coaching staff doing stupid stuff. Look at everybody lined up at the sticks. That's the easiest thing in the world to cover. That's the easiest thing in the world to cover. If everybody know what a yard is that you got a game, bro, all they got to do is set up a wall right there.
There's no answers here. This go route's getting run off. He's out of there. Maybe you can say if he looks over here, he might be able to throw that, but he's going to jump it, right? All these routes are right at the sticks. And if I know this watching the Cowboys, you know D'Amico Ryans and Fred Warner and these defenders, they know this.
What did he say? This explains why everybody was breaking on the passes better than us. Did you see Fred Warner breaking on the ball quicker than Michael Gallup? Did you see him breaking on the ball quicker than CeeDee Lamb? This is ridiculous, y'all. I don't think y'all understand how important it was for the Cowboys to move on. I don't think y'all understand. Maybe if you get an NFL quarterback to tell you, maybe you can accept it better than me, this YouTuber. You know what I'm saying?
But they just know where to throw the football. That was screwed up from the beginning. Yeah, you just can't run that. All right, here's another scenario. Like I said, this isn't all on Dak, right? But a lot of it can be attributed to him. But there's more to blame. There's more to push around. Okay, where's he supposed to throw the ball here? Anybody?
At that.
Look at this.
Everybody's
Doubled,
covered.
tripled. Fred Warner, possibly rip it in there. Possibly. Sitting flat-footed, deep. I'm helping in the middle. When you got pressure like this, it's hard because I've been in that situation. You got 4 good rushers. So you end up leaving these 2 guys in here to protect, so you have a 7-man protection, so you can pick it up, right? So you can throw down the field. The problem is if you have to pick it up with these guys, you're running these vertical sit routes again. And I don't care who you are, man. Look at anyone want to guess where the sticks are?
On the 30-yard line.
Right
man.
there. Where is everybody? Sticks.
Why are you running these simple concepts, man? Kellen Moore concepts was absolutely horrible, man. This is why I'm so proud of Mike McCarthy winning this fight, bro. I don't think y'all understand. This was the best thing for this football team. It was, man. I'm just telling you. This was the best thing to happen for this team. We all excited about Brandon Cooks. We all excited about Stephon Gilmore and the way it looks like this team is moving towards. But I'm telling you right now, the biggest move that the Cowboys made was getting rid of Mr. Kellen Moore. It was. That's all I want to say to y'all, man.
Help your quarterback out, man.
Help him out, please.
You got no answers. He could dump it to Zeke. Maybe you could say that. He's trying to make a play.
That's terrible, y'all. But I just wanted y'all to see that, man. It's a lot of stuff that
vertical sit routes
that go on that we don't be seeing. That all we do is just blame one player, and it's just ridiculous, y'all. That's all I want y'all to see. But bam, moving along. Joy Epstein, shout out to her on Twitter. She says Cowboy Jerry Jones confirmed he voted in favor of the the Thursday Night Football flex proposal. I'm all for it. I think what we're suggesting is a very good for the NFL and will let us give the appropriate sensitivity to any fans that generally are being disadvantaged by a game moving out of their plans. So it's a lot of stuff going on as far as the NFL goes with news and updates and stuff. They just approved the number 0 being a part of the game again. And They said it was 22 owners vote for it, 8 that voted against it, and 2 owners.
Okay, I found this
I
on
knew
the
she
web
was
for
gonna
what's
do it.
22 owners vote for 8 that voted against it in 2 hours.
I didn't ask you anything, Siri, though. But I didn't ask you anything. But okay.
I don't know what you mean by.
Shut up. But moving along, man. Siri want to be a hater today. Bam. Now Calais Campbell signed with the Falcons, sir. I want to see what these contract details look like because I really, really wanted the Cowboys to try to grab him. And it's kind of really saying and telling that he don't really want to win going to the Falcons. Like, what are you doing, sir? Tell me exactly what are you doing, sir? Like, going to the Falcons? Like, you at your older age, I guess he said, man, I got to get my last contract. I'm sorry. Because the Falcons are in a rebuild mode. And they sign, and you go over there as an older player, that's just mind-boggling to me. But it is what it is. Bam. Now, this is the talks about they just implemented the number 0 being eligible. And Michael Parsons was like, I'm switching. Agent 0 coming soon. Then J. Ryan answered and said, too late, sir. He already got that. J. Ryan Curse said, hey, it's too late. He already got it. So it looks like J. Ryan Curse is finna switch to number 0. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna like the idea until I seen it mocked up. Bam. Hey, that 0 look a little dope on Michael. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That 0 look a little dope on Michael. I know it's this real niche for football players, man. Numbers matter to players who played on the field. So, you know, because it's certain numbers don't look as well as other numbers. So, it might not mean nothing to a lot of people, but it's real niche about some players, man. We really particular about the numbers that we play with. But, yeah, I think that would have been kind of hard, though. Bam. Now, this is news from Adam Schefter, not Cowboy related, but Josh Harris, Michelle Rails group, which now includes Magic Johnson, officially has submitted a fully financed bid that meets Dan Snyder's $6 billion asking price for the Washington Commandos. Good grief. Just imagine paying $6 billion for a Washington Commando team. That's crazy, man. You paying that's a $6 billion toilet seat. That's what that is. That's crazy. But I'll be happy. I hope they will be able to get that, man. We want to see at least one black owner in this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We have 0 right now, but it is what it is. Moving along. Bam. Todd Archer says, Mike McCarthy said the run game plan is set. They're still cleaning up some pass protection, and they've started on pass concepts. It's time to now trim them down, he said. He said Prescott will be involved for some of those discussions with him. Brian Schottenheimer, Scott Tolzien. Yeah, I like to hear that. I hope the Zeke stuff is kind of crazy to me. Because now they saying the run game plan is set. That sounds like they ain't doing too much more. So that sounds like they ain't doing too much more. So hey, we don't know. But I like to see that Mike McCarthy is going full throttle when it comes to being a play caller again. He is investing all of his time. He said that's why he didn't go to the combine. He said he is all the way in on making this offense elite. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. But moving along, bam. John Machado on Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all go follow this man. He's a good follower. He says Cowboy coach Mike McCarthy talking to reporters at the owners meeting about Dak Prescott will be different with some things, but it will be about protecting him. My goal is for Dak to play 20 games next year. If he plays 20 games, then obviously we'll be right there where we want to be. Absolutely. Absolutely. A healthy Dak. It ain't been many times where we had a healthy Dak and we didn't enjoy where we was in the season. So, you know, like I say before, privilege is invisible to those who have it. You know, you've been a winning football team ever since you had Dak Prescott, you know.
We are America's
You
team.
have.
The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
That's something that y'all really take for granted, a lot of the Dak haters. You know, you have one of the better quarterbacks in the league. No matter where you rank him on that totem pole, he is amongst those guys. And you always have a shot to win when he's suited up. So you need to be thankful for what you got. In my opinion, you really need to be thankful. So Mike McCarthy saying he want his quarterback healthy. Bam. Another quote from John Machado. He says, Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy on why no coach has won a Super Bowl with 2 different franchises. It's hard. He said it's straight up hard. He just had to let you know. When you win one, you definitely had a culture and a process, and your program puts you in position to win that first one. I definitely had that in my last experience, but to create that in another place, it takes time. It's difficult. I can see clearly why it's never been done. That's crazy when you think about it. So this is all I'm saying. Now that Mike McCarthy is just not taking over as the play caller, man, we must give him proper time to build this up the way he needs it to. I hope this is not one of those hot seat moments, because he really don't deserve to be in the hot seat. This man, Mr. Mike Soprano, like I seen somebody say, Mike Soprano, Big Mike Soprano, it's going to take time for him to be able to get this team where we need it to be. You know what I'm saying? He is just not being hands-on. He is just not getting his hands on his team the way he should be. And he been battling back and forth in this tug-of-war battle with Kellen Moore. Now he finally get to implement everything he wants to. So I'm excited about it, and it will take time. Please, if Jerry Jones don't give him time, I think that would be a critical mistake. You at least got to give Big Mike Soprano at least about 2 years and let him trap this thing on out. Moving along, bam, he says, Cowboy coach Mike McCarthy on calling offensive plays. I don't sleep as well as I did prior to taking over the play calling. I'm sure I'm talking in my sleep more than I ever have. And he said, but that's how it always was. It takes a lot of headspace. So that's why it's kind of critical for us to have another, basically a pseudo head coach number 2 in Dan Quinn. Because you see, Mike McCarthy said it takes up a whole lot of headspace to be calling plays and, you know, taking over the play calling duties. Now he got a great coach on the other side of the ball where he don't even have to look over that way. Mike McCarthy don't even got to look in that direction, honestly. When you gotta coach the caliber of Dan Quinn taking over the whole defense, that's why I like this setup we got right now. We got a great coach on the offense, we got a great coach on the defense. So they really don't even have to go against each other. They working with each other. It is a system, and they gonna play complementary football, and that's what's gonna get us to the promised land right there. You understand? Moving along. I don't know if I got one more. Bam. John Machado again. He gave us that sauce. Shout out to him. He says, Cowboy coach Mike McCarthy said it was easy for him to be on board with trading for Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks. Thinks both will also be great in the locker room. Frankly, it was more about if we could get it done from a business perspective. And you know who area that is.
Bill!
So it basically was, you know, it was basically on dollar bill, sound like to me, you know what I'm saying? But Mike McCarthy was all the way for it. Bam. Now this is one more. Let me see. He says, Cowboy coach Mike McCarthy, football is an easy game. If you want your guys to play faster, give them less responsibility. And that's where the secret sauce is. Hold on, that's where the secret sauce is. You know, that's my quote. That's why you couldn't see Jaden Tolbert and all of them terping and stuff on the field, because they thinking too much. is in putting together a good offensive system, the ability to be multiple, to have the variations to protect your core concepts, to make sure the ball is getting distributed to your perimeter players, making sure you're giving the guys the opportunities that fit their skill set. And with that, it makes it easier and cleaner for your quarterback. What I said about the West Coast. What I said about that West Coast offense, y'all. What did I say? It's going to help your quarterback. The West Coast offense caters to your quarterback, y'all. That's what it does. And it's going to help Dak Prescott. It's going to work wonders for Mr. Rain Dakota. He going to show y'all why he is him.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Good grief, Jay Lombardi said only 20 likes. I don't know what's been going on lately, but good grief. Y'all help your brother out, man. I'm just trying to make sure I come be consistent and make a good show for y'all. So please hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card, I promise. Don't be like that. We out here trapping on a hump day. You know what I'm saying? We trapping on a hump day. But what y'all feel about Dunn, Tony, a.k.a. Mike Soprano in the building? Hey, I think that might be his new nickname for the trap now, y'all. What y'all think? Mike Soprano, because he sure looked like him. If you go look at the original interview on DallasCowboys.com, you know, on the .com, he looking just like Tony Soprano. Y'all looking at him like a joke. I'm looking at him like he's the Dunn, sir. Quit playing with him. Quit playing with him. He gonna get you taken care of. He gonna have you sleeping with them fishes, sir. He said they acting like the like charge they call. I guess it might have did once before or something. I don't know. See, that's why you gotta fight against the haters, man. They don't want to see us grow. They don't like what we doing over here. They want to see our demise. You know what I'm saying? Trap. Jay Lombardi says Mike McCarthy about to cook with the run game plus play action. Man, I'm telling you right now, Dak Prescott is finna be on another level this year. And you know, he reads Twitter, he sees YouTube, he understands that everybody want to blame and point fingers at him. That's why you already see him in the backyard. He already cooking with Mr. Brandon Cooks too. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you that he is on a mission this year. He is finna be on scorched earth level, right? Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. I can't wait. Shout out to JC Cowboy Network in the business. He says giving our threats space to make plays is key in the West Coast offense. Absolutely. You're going to see that Mike McCarthy understands concepts. Did you hear? If you go back and watch that interview, man, he made it clear that these concepts actually have like things that they supposed to do. It's not like you just out here calling stuff just to be calling stuff. Mike McCarthy understands the history of these concepts and understands what exactly they supposed to do. And he understands what he's supposed to get back from them. So just imagine this. Just with experience alone, your whole offense has got better. That's what I'm telling you. Trap. Think about the coaching battle between Kellen Moore going up against some of these people and Mike McCarthy going up against some of these people. Think about it. Mike McCarthy done beat most of these dudes. This is a winning coach right here. Y'all better quit playing with Mike McCarthy, man. Most of every coach that Mike McCarthy play in this league, I'm pretty sure he didn't beat him before. So he got a reference to go back to. He can go looking like, let me see. What is his tendencies? What does he historically does? What do he do in these situations typically? You know what I'm saying? He can go back and refer to all of his notes, anything he did when he went up against these guys. That's what I said yesterday, man. We didn't have a coaching advantage in the history. Now we got a coaching advantage on both sides of the ball. Trap. But everybody think Mike McCarthy a joke. When this man been smacking people around, hey, and you know he beat the Cowboys too now. Don't forget that. He was beating us. So I don't see how the Cowboy Nation can sit up here and disrespect Mike McCarthy. They just give Aaron Rodgers all the props. When you got to forget, you got to remember that Mike McCarthy got it done with Aaron Rodgers. Raymond Solis says, Landlord from Alabama, this Philadelphia fantasy Cowboys suck. What is you talking about? I don't know what you mean. I'm lost. Tavis Banks said Big Mike at Dak's house too. Hey man, they getting real close and personal right now, man. You know what I'm saying? That's hands-on action. I feel like them boys they working sun up to sundown right now. And I don't think it's no joke. Shout out to the job is young. He said Kellen Moore's playbook is a children's coloring book, just scramble everywhere, man. Man. When they tell Kellen Moore to draw the plays, y'all remember that little thing? What that was? Like a little stencil. It was in black. It was like pencil on the little board. I can't think of it. You know that little toy we used to play with when we was young, man. That's Kellen Moore. That's how he draw up his plays look like. Man, it's ridiculous. And then you see how he getting shots from everywhere. Like the mainstream media, the people that's on TV, them the ones that's talking about Dak, but the people who actually know what's going on, those the ones sending shots at Kellen. That's what you need to realize. People like Mike Lombardi, people with real life credibility, those are the ones who shooting shots at Kellen Moore. It's people who such and such on Twitter, them the ones who think it's Dak. And that's just incorrect, man. It's just incorrect. Now, he did play a part in it, but to say that it all fall on his shoulders, that's not true. So over it says exactly, if they can say Aaron Rodgers won in spite of Mike, then why haven't Aaron won since? I mean, it could go both ways, right? Yeah, that's the Etch a Sketch. That's what the name of it is too, bro, man. Y'all crazy now. I can't think of that little thing, man. If that's the name of it, let me know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Then when you want to erase, you gotta shake it. You gotta shake it when you do. You gotta shake it to make it erase and then do it again. Shout out to Chop Talk, man. I just gave you a shout out for that David Carr video. Shout out to you, sir, for sharing that good stuff with us on Twitter, man. Everybody giving this man his shots. But exactly, so over it. Think about this. If it was Aaron Rodgers, I think they really need to put some more respect on Mike McCarthy's name. Dealing with the head case that is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is stone cold crazy. Everybody know Aaron Rodgers is out of his mind. You know what I'm saying? This man is crazy. Like, he doing all these hallucinogens and stuff. Like, hey, don't nobody want to deal with Aaron Rodgers, y'all. Oh, it's a sketchboard. It's a sketchboard. Okay. That's what he draw his plays on. And then when he done, he just erase it and then keep it moving. He crazy. He said Aaron Rodgers is overrated. Nobody can change my mind. I think he's a great player, man, but I don't think Mike McCarthy get the proper respect. This is a Super Bowl winning coach. And you know, look, just from us being the Cowboy fans, we know, man, I would go down the line, but we done had several teams that probably should have won a Super Bowl. We know that. We done had several teams that we know for a fact that probably could have won a Super Bowl, but it was coaching and stuff like that held us back most of the time. Coaching and play calling. So even if you do want to give Aaron Rodgers all the credit in the world, Mike McCarthy could have messed it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have screwed it all up. So he don't even get credit for that. That's what I don't understand. Shout out to JC Cowboys Network. He said the main thing is Dak reading 1 share and 2 share coverages with the safeties and understanding hit pre-snap reads. That separates the good versus the great quarterbacks in the West Coast offense. Look, man, I'm telling you right now, Dak is going to be surgical with this. This is what I'm telling you. He going to be surgical.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay.
Man, Dak gonna show you he's surgical. Look, he has never had problems with reading defenses, ever. I don't know, like that's a false narrative as well. Dak is top 10 in almost every statistical category. He been top 10 in the history of the league in some statistics. So Just like Kyler Murray said, if you think he could be so successful without studying film, you is out of your mind. That's all that is. Trap. Man, Dak gonna be surgical. Now, think about this. He had to sit up here and wait for a wide receiver to make a decision. Which way he gonna cut, which way he gonna break. He gotta make sure the protection is straight. He gotta make sure he can throw the ball right. He can't even throw the ball with anticipation if he's waiting on the wide receiver to break left or right. You can't do that. That's what makes an almost automatic interception. But in the West Coast, you're gonna see a way more focused Dak. You're going to see a way more accurate Dak because he know what spot the wide receivers got to be in. Like, they don't have an option. They just supposed to be where they supposed to be. Trap. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You don't have an option. You just go where I tell you to go. That's how it's supposed to be, in my opinion. So over says, true. I don't know why they say that Dak say that about Dak so he can read one game and not the next. My goodness. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, that's a false narrative, man. Dak is surgical. You think he could have scored 5 touchdowns without being able to read defenses against Tampa Bay? Trap. That man definitely can read defenses, y'all. Like, that's just craziness. The Jarvis says, we got robbed from the team Mike McCarthy coached to get to a championship game. Dez caught it. He absolutely did catch it. Like, it sucks. I did a video about that, man. I literally felt like I got robbed. See, I've been robbed before, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? People done broken my home and stolen my things. So I had the same exact feeling. It felt like somebody stole my just stole something from me. It was terrible. I knew for a fact that Dez caught that football, and I knew for a fact that we was finna have the ball and go forward. But when they came back and said he didn't catch it, man, it hurt my heart. It really did. Chata says, what you think about Mike McCarthy new name for the Trapaholics YouTube takes? What you mean? We just came up with one today, Chata. I don't know if you missed it, but we calling him Mike Soprano, because that's who he look like. You know what I'm saying? Big Mike Soprano. If you ever seen Tony Soprano, that's who he look like, man. Mike McCarthy is a done, and y'all better quit playing with him, man. Sugar Daddy Williams says, you don't play at Dak's level without knowing how to read defense. That's what I'm saying. Bro, Dak has been one of the most winningest quarterbacks in the league his whole career. Like, since day one, he stepped in being pretty much dominant when you think about it, like, for real. First year, he was dominating people. 11-win streak. Like, I know people mad at him because he ain't got the big win yet, but it takes more than just your quarterback. It takes more than that. It takes a combination of things. Chata said, y'all Dallas have been blackballed for damn near 30 years. Yeah, I know Chata said we can't get one because of Jerry. Too broke to pay attention says landlord, people must have a death wish if they breaking in trap house trying to steal stuff. Hey, this was years ago. Trap. You know? Trap. You know, the cowards do it when they watch you go to work and then they sneak in your back door. That's what a coward does. You know, we ain't got to worry about that no more. You know what I'm saying? He said, Dak retired Brady. Yeah, he put him to rest. You understand me? He put him to rest. The Jarvis said, those option routes are what killed this offense in the passing game. Absolutely. That's what, you know, just what Mike McCarthy said, you got people thinking too much. See, I play wide receiver, man. When I'm telling you, I don't want to have to be thinking about what I might do or what I might have to do. That's giving the defender an advantage over you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you finna do, he done got to be decisive. You can't even trick him. Think about it. If you don't know which way you going, how you gonna trick him every time? Like, it's hard for you to dominate when you don't even know exactly where you trying to go. So if you know, okay, I'm finna do a slant. when you doing option routes, you can't figure out until you see which way the defense go. You playing off the defense. If you know you just got to do a slant, you'll be faking to the outside and then hit the slant. It's crazy, man. See, I just don't understand why you would be having all your wide receivers making these critical reads for no reason. Like, you supposed to leave that in your quarterback hands, sir. Trap. He said, landlord, they wanted their rent money back. Hey, ain't no telling. They was being too nefarious. Texas T says, LOL, I gotta take credit for coming up with the trap name. We don't do governments in the trap. Hey, you ain't lying. You know, I don't do no government names in the trap. Everybody gets a nickname over here, man. Trap. You know what I'm saying? Trap. Danny Savage hating on Dak, huh? He said Father Time and Giselle retired Brady. Nah, Dak retired him. You know what I'm saying? Dak put him to bed. He put Paw in that home over there. Trap. You know. Chata said Dan Quinn retired Brady and Dak and offense executed. Man, that was flawless, y'all. That's right there what's alarming to me, man. When you think about it, how we was that good one week and then come back the next week and can't even score 20 points. That right there alone lets you know that it's not your quarterback, your players. That's a coaching problem. Like, you can't have these roller coasters in your production. You can't be super good then super bad all of a sudden. It don't work like that. You supposed to have a consistent, like, what you call it, a standard. You want your standard to be here. Then sometimes you exceed your standard. Sometimes you go under your standard. But you have your standard right here in the middle ground. Our standard was roller coaster every week. We was playing bad against bad teams and just end up winning. Texas T said Dak and Aaron Wick have the same playoff record since 2018. You talking about Aaron Rodgers? Who is that? Who is Aaron Wick? I'm not familiar with him. They beat dog-ish out of other men's. Huh? I don't know what you mean, Choctaw. I'm lost. Joe Trenchino over there, he says, I got that feeling in my stomach we're going to win the Super Bowl this year if we don't get no major injuries. I feel it as well, sir. I feel it as well.
We are America's team, the most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tune in every Sunday.
I told you exactly what I feared. I told you I feared going into these games. I feared that Kellen Moore was going to be the one that hurt us. I always felt like we had a disadvantage when it came to Kellen Moore. Now that we don't have Kellen Moore anymore, we have the advantage. We never have coaching advantages, y'all. Trap. Shout out to JC Cowboy Network with the $9.99. He says, keep up the good work, my brother. I appreciate you, sir. I really do. Thank you. Trap. Troy Moore says, Jerry said he made a deal with the Lord to win third Super Bowl and wouldn't ask for another 25 years later. Curious who that deal was really with. You saying he being nefarious, sir? That's what you telling me? Don't tell me he being nefarious now. We don't need that. We do not need that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. It seems like something going on. I keep getting messages. 1 second. Okay, we good. Yeah, he said he doing deals with the devil. He dancing with the devil. Don't tell me that, Mr. Troy Moore. Don't tell me that. Marcel says 25 for 33 with 4 touchdowns and 96.5 QBR. Keep Dak below 35 pass attempts and he wins every time. One of the most efficient quarterbacks in the entire league. Trap. That boy just cooked in, Mr. Marcel. Good grief. He cooked. He said, West can't go, but me and you can rock. Yeah, we can do something in a minute then, Mr. HTM Sports. You know what I'm saying? We can load this thing back up when I get done. But y'all, man, see, that's Marcel, that is ridiculous right there when you think about that. 25 for 33, 4 touchdowns, 96.5, and y'all up here playing with Mike McCarthy. Look, Mike McCarthy finna know how to get the best out of Dak, sir.
Trap.
And I think maybe, what y'all think? Maybe some of the roller coaster that we was experiencing with this offense, I believe that comes from some weeks Mike McCarthy put emphasis like, Kellen, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then you'll see a game like Minnesota. Then sometimes you'll see a game like the Texans. Then sometimes you'll see a game like, you know what I'm saying, what another game, like Tampa Bay. You will see these prolific, excellent, great games. And then next thing you know, we fall right back into the same trap. Shout out to Lost in Translation in the building. Shout out to everybody rocking with me, man. You know we just trapping on hump day. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day in the trap. Not in the neighborhood, but in the trap. It might be some nefariousness going on in the neighborhood. Y'all know I'm silly. But yeah, man. I just think some of that stuff that was implemented, I think Mike McCarthy had started to put his foot down. I think it was a battle. It was a tug of war throughout the whole year. You can tell that too. What is wrong with my phone? I got all kind of stuff going on. I forgot these children here. They keep going in and out the door. My camera's giving me alarms and stuff like. Not used to this. This spring break over here for us, so y'all have to forgive me. Tyler says, our new OC definitely knows situational football, which makes me feel a lot more confident. I'm telling you, it ain't even really, I'm confident in Mike. I know him and Mike gonna be on the same page. And the play caller, you know what I'm saying? Mike calling the plays, he get to really implement his experience into this. Like, I can't wait to see this. He knows how to get the best out of his quarterback. Dak has always been a safe quarterback. It's when Kellen Moore tries to be a whiz kid that messes up Dak's flow and consistency. Facts. I just want to know who this Lord is, though. What is you talking about? I must just be coming in the middle of conversations and stuff. I don't know, cause I be lost sometimes. I don't be knowing what y'all talking about. I be super lost sometimes, man. But yeah, man, I think Mike McCarthy has started to implement his own stuff throughout the season. Cause ACM, do you remember that game we had? It was like we was throwing the ball too much. Then we came back after halftime and just ran the ball like 9 times in a row. Trap. He said, don't read my comments. See, I won't, because I know you nefarious, Choctaw. You far too nefarious for me to just be reading your comments out loud. You need a filter, sir. You need a filter over here. But yeah, man, I really think Mike McCarthy yelled at him that game. You got to think about it. We was throwing the ball far too much. Then next thing you know, after halftime, we came back out and ran the ball like 9 times in a row. Like literally, no exaggeration. Like 9 times in a row. And it got us back in the game. Israel Madrid. I ain't never seen you, I don't think, sir. Can they get players from the XFL? Some of them guys be balling. Yeah. You know Mr. Dollar Bill gonna look at that. Dollar Bill! You know Dollar Bill.
Shut down! Pay no country for nothing. Nothing.
You know Dallas was the first team to get somebody from the USFL. So you know they looking at the XFL. We always trying to find a bargain guy. So you know that. You already know we looking at in that area. So you might want to pay a little close attention to the USFL and the XFL because the Cowboys are looking. You know what I'm saying? You know they looking. But, man, I might be about to wrap this thing on up. I don't really see too many questions in the chat. Let's see. Marcel said, a balanced offense equals a great Dak. Absolutely. If we can have this team looking like the Dak against Minnesota or Tampa Bay, I feel like if you can figure out a way to get Dak in some short third down conversations, like short third down situations, I think it's going to be like ridiculous. Because he can get you out of a lot of third and longs. You know what I'm saying? But if you get him in some short third down situations, man, Dak going to cook. Weebo says still getting put at swing because he's dating Jerry neglected daughter. He gotta be. Shout out to Michael Lockhart in the biz. He gotta be Weibo, cause it makes no sense, man. I don't see what they seeing on film. Man, Terrence Steele is a real life bully on that O-line, man. Ain't no way you gonna sit up here and say that this man should be a backup. Terrence Steele shouldn't be nobody backup. Now, he can improve on the pass pro end, but far as like, what can I say? Far as run blocking, man, I'd probably take Terrence Steele over most players in the league when it comes to run blocking. Bruce got the Toxic Juice said, Landlord, what was your number as a wide receiver? I had 76 as a left tackle. I was 80, I had 83, then I had 85. I had those three numbers, you know. But I had 23 as well. I had a lot of different numbers in different levels, you know. I was a rookie. Freshman, so you know you ain't get to pick no numbers then. You had to just take what they give you. So yeah, I was on that wide receiver tip, man. I seen somebody say something, I think that was on the fan. They was like, would you scout yourself? How would you scout yourself? And if I was scouting myself, man, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Nah, I wasn't the fastest, but I was a 4.5 guy. I ran a 4.5 and a 40 when I was in high school. So I wasn't the burner. I wasn't like super fast, but I ran a 4.5 and I had elite hands. My hands was sensational. My hands was phenomenal. I'm gonna probably grab one of these days. I'm gonna bring in some people that seen me play and I'm gonna let them tell y'all about how I was. But I was gangster with the hands, man. My hands was ridiculous, but I was a good player, man. I ain't do right. I ended up messing up, being nefarious out here. That's why I try to tell a lot of these young people, man, to stay focused, do the right things, you know, be coachable, listen to the people that's trying to help you, and you'll go far. You know what I'm saying? That's how I try to say. So he said I was number 69. Good grief. Yeah, I had a few numbers though, man, but I appreciate all the love and support, man. I'm probably finna spin this block right back with my brother HTM Sports. So if y'all wanna come through and show some love, man, I appreciate all the love and support. And don't forget, man, you know we trying to go to the draft. We're not like some of these other guys. They doing GoFundMes and stuff. We ain't like that. We actually have integrity over here. We just ask whatever you want to donate. We appreciate it, man. We trying to get done and have a good time, bring y'all some great content and stuff like that. But we don't move like that on our end, man. We real ones. So I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And let's go. You already know we the greatest, man. Let's get it. I appreciate everybody rocking, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody with the love and support.
Put my money,
let's get it,
in my hand. Yeah. And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in the shrine. Damn,
you was in that last room when
play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they disgrace us miserable. I never paid attention to what most to say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like a phoenix. Shout out to Lord King. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat. I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you'll need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how it feel. To go against the odds, go hard.
I appreciate that, brother.
You make it. Show them all you the greatest.
I'm the greatest. And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know they hate us because they ain't us. And if this is your first time listening, I go by Landlord from Alabama. Your plug for everything about America's team, aka
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
And I appreciate all the love and support, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.